Good morning, Anita. It's your mama. And just wanted to give you a little view of the property and the sky. Oh, excuse me. That's Sadie. She wants to be included. Oh, and this one wants to be included. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Winnie. Winnie Pooh. Winnie Pooh. Hi. Oh, back to the garden for a second. Still a lot of flowers going on there.
Anita, get over here.
Oh.
Show you this stuff.
Your dad has a informational video for you.
All right, there's three things you got to pay attention to. I'll go over in importance. First, you look down here, Dara. You see this big yellow one, engine oil. You should have something like that in your car. That's the most important. So we'll go over that one first. With the engine off, nothing running, what you do is you pull it out and don't even look at it at first. You got to wipe it off. And what I got old crappy pants, so I don't care. So I can do it right there, but I get like if you're at the gas
paper
station,
towel or
paper towel from there.
Okay.
Get it so it's all clean like that. See, there's nothing on there. See those dots? Nothing really on there. Make sure it's kind of clean. Okay, nice and clean, right? And see how it has add and this hash mark, and then there's the top of it. It says operating range. Yours should be like that, and your oil level should be somewhere in there when we go and check it here. Okay, so we're gonna go and put it back in. And the reason we wipe it off first is if you have the engine running, it's splashing up there and you're not gonna get a good reading. So that's why we wipe it off, come back in, and see this one, engine oil looks a little dirty, but you can see that it's covering those 4 dots.
Yeah.
So that has plenty of oil in it. If it was only covering 2 dots, you'd need to add half a quart. So this whole thing here, all the hash marks, if it was all the way down the bottom, you'd add 1 quart of oil. If it's 2 dots, you add a half a quart of oil. Okay, and you add the oil right here. See where it has this big thing? You should have something like that. Take this off, put the oil in there.
Okay.
All right.
Does
that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first one. Well, I hope it makes sense to you. I hope it makes sense to Anita. And the oil you should get is just make sure I have some here, but it's just engine oil. I'm using Mobil 1. You can use whatever you want. 5W30 is preferable. It usually says it up here too. But if you have just any engine oil will work. But if you have the choice, get the 5W30. Okay? That's the weight of it. All right. The second most important thing is coolant. It's a reservoir like this. I think you should have something like that on your car, just about the same over here. Now this one's kind of hard to read how full it is, but what I usually do is take this off and take a look. Now it's cool. My engine's cool, so I can do this. It says don't take it off when it's hot. So if it's hot, you just have to look on the sides and see if you can see if it's up to. It has a little level over here. Darling, come over here. Come all the way over, please. And it says fill cold, and I think it's kind of to that level, but my thing is so dirty, it's hard to tell. So I'm gonna just look in here. But yeah, I can tell it's up to there, so we're okay. So hopefully you can look through it's translucent, so you can see through it. And just make sure there's like a fill cold and a fill hot. And if it was just running, you'd want it up to the hot line. And if it wasn't, you can't put it in until it cools down, but get some coolant and antifreeze, same thing. And then when it cools off, take this off and fill it up to the fill cold level. Okay? That's second most important. So this keeps your engine cool. That keeps your engine running. This keeps your engine cool. The third thing, and you got to do this when it's running, is back here, darling. Automatic transmission fluid. It's a red one back here. You should have something like that. Okay. I'm not going to turn it on, but you need to have it running. Oh, I will turn it on. Oh no, I don't have the keys. Okay, so pretend like it's running, but you need to have, this needs to be checked when it's running. It will not be accurate if it's not running, okay? You pull it out, same thing as the engine oil. You wipe it off, okay? And it has this very similar, this has just 2 dots, see that? 2 dots and some hash marks. So you put it back in again while the engine's running. So this is not going to be accurate, but you get the idea. Push it all the way in, come back out, and see it's way high, but that's because the engine's not running. If the engine was running, I'd get an accurate reading, and hopefully it's right in there. And if it's not, what you got to get is some ATF, automatic transmission fluid, okay? And it's just any GM, General Motors, ATF. You can get it at Fred Meyer or anything. And you got to get a funnel, and you got to put it in there. And it's the same thing. If it's below the dots, you need a quart in there. Okay, if it's halfway between the dots, you need half a quart. Okay, so same exact thing as the engine oil. Just it's automatic transmission fluid. It's red, so you know you have automatic engine oil is kind of brownish. ATF is red. Coolant is either green or yellow. Green or orange, or yellow, I guess. It's kind of
the container that it comes in.
The fluid
you mean?
itself.
Oh, the fluid.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so the fluid itself. Okay, so again, this is red, so that kind of makes sense because the thing is red.
Yeah.
The dipstick. This dipstick's yellow. Well, it's kind of brown. Not really yellow, but kind of engine oil. And this is kind of yellow. It's usually kind of green or yellow, but sometimes it can be orange. And that's okay too. All right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Go, Nita.